Welcome to The Entrepreneur. My name is Paul K. Mwaura. Hoping you had a lovely week. He is a motivational speaker, he is a marketing consultant, he is a lawyer, and he is a direct salesperson of fast-moving consumer goods. Now, how does one person wear those so many hats? We're here to meet one Silvanus Osoro to explain to us how he does this.
At 27 years, Silvana Osoro, a budding entrepreneur, has achieved what many would not accomplish in their entire lifetime. In barely 4 years, he is realizing the fruits of a journey he started from humble beginnings. He has managed to set up and run a marketing business module that has seen him employ more than 200 persons.
I run a company called Pitchface Marketing Division that has got offices here in Nairobi, Nyeri, Kisii, Mombasa, Kampala, and Kigali. Basically what we do marketing consultancy, direct sales of fast-moving consumer goods, advertising, motivational speaking, and team building. Our way of working and operations is quite different from any marketing company that we do that is around the country. For us, it's more of nurturing young people and getting them to the level that we are in. Where you come, a fresh person, whether you are a graduate or a Form 4 person, you get trained on the sales bit from our company, which is customized. You'll not get trained on our kind of sales anywhere else.
Silvana comes from a humble background. He was raised in Kisii and his parents passed on when he was 9 years old.
In high school, I equally felt like giving up. At some point, I lacked school fees. I come from a place we do sukari nguru, and sell. I started doing those vibaruas back home. I even opened like a small hotel of 5 shillings back home. Those hotels of 5 mandazi, 5 shillings chapati. That time I also felt like giving up. There is a thought of suicide that could come in my mind. Having school for roughly 5 terms, or 4 to 5 terms for the entire 4 years in school, I believe I made it because of hard work. And since I made it, I've always believed in nurturing another person to make it.
This business revolves around developing modalities of getting the right product or service in the right quantity, to the right place, at the right time, and making a profit in the process. It involves the use of a highly trained workforce to succeed.
I worked under a certain marketing company initially as a salesperson for some time, called Places and Faces, owned by one Ben Liai. And I grew from Ben Liai. Ben, having hit a certain sales target, Ben promoted me also as a sales manager. So it started from there.
He points out that one does not necessarily need a lot of capital to excel in a new business, but good strategy is everything.
I didn't even have a chance to have a closer link with my parents because they died at close range when I was 9 years old. But then that is not an excuse for success. They did their best of giving birth to me. So the rest should be mine. An attitude, twist my attitude and stop putting blame games on somebody. That you need to do this, you need to have a close link with somebody so that you achieve. It is about starting small, getting to know where to start. That can actually get somebody there. Why we have several graduates who are failing in life is because, and even some Form 4s, is because we all dream to achieve something, but we want to start from, top. And I'll give people a challenge out there that the only thing that starts from, the top is a grave going down. Anything else, you have to start from somewhere. If it means starting from selling newspapers and eventually growing, do that.
The business makes profits through the wide range of services they have introduced to the market.
You being an entrepreneur, how do you make money?
One, I make money through marketing consultancy. Let's start from there. That any company that is watching me and is training on how to do their sales and marketing and everything, they should ask us. We'll advise them best on how to do their marketing bit. That is one. I make money through marketing sales. I actually make money by helping a young person become a sales manager. How do I do that? Since we sell fast-moving consumer goods, kitchenwares, household products, and these 100 shillings and everything, we sell them, of course, through the sales teams. As they work hard to hit their targets on sales management, I'm getting money. Also make money on advertising. The same company does advertising. We do advertising on buses. I'm quite sure most people have seen the new technique that we're actually using on advertising through the buses, the public transport system, and road shows and stuff. But real money is realized in direct sales.
This business is highly profitable. In a normal month, they make more than 600,000 shillings.
We can realize a gross of probably 1.5 in a month, and realize a net of around 500 to 1 million in a month. And it's prone to growth. And you see, it's business. Up, down, sometimes 500, 600.
The business is on a steady growth path. With an increasing number of branches and services offered, they are planning to start offering credit facilities and later on own a bank in the near future.
We want to get this thing getting recognized. And of course, we are rolling big. We are soon getting a microfinance rolling out all over the country to give people loans and everything. We want to grow big, and we'll eventually turn up to be a bank. I mean, all the people who started banks like Peter Monga, they're all like us, and we can also get to that level. That is the dream we always have.
The company has devised ways of beating the emerging competition to remain relevant in the market, which include making their prices competitive, personal selling, referrals, sales promotion, and public relations.
Mr. Silvanus, how do you deal with competition out there, knowing that customers and clients have different places that they can go to?
We don't have competition.
Are you sure?
Yes. Let me say this. Our competitors are shopkeepers. We sell to shopkeepers whatever they sell because our prices are quite competitive. And doing direct sales on door-to-door basis is not as easy as such. You have to start like us.
He advises that there are vast business opportunities in Kenya today, but for us to excel, we must change our attitudes first from a job-seeking mentality to a job creation mentality.
90% of the Kenyan wealth is being eaten by 10% of Kenyan people. Then 10% of Kenyan wealth is shared by the 90% of Kenyan people. Because there's a generation that is asleep. The generation of past 1963. The ones when we were in school, we believed that you go to school to get a good job. That generation. That's why the country is being controlled by people who were born before 1963. You see, when we chased Mzungu, we told Mzungu, now go. Then he said, I'm going to colonize you mentally. He instilled a certain education system. Some programs fully supported by the UK government that you could hear every morning. Before the lesson, you could hear that song. So many vijana, so many kwa bidii, nisho wa kusoma, utapata kazi nzuri sana. So every person went to school thinking on how they can get a good job. But again, we need to review ourselves. The founders of the economy, the real founders of the economy, most of them had no degrees. I am not saying degrees are bad. Education is not bad. But I'm saying that perception that you only go to school to get a good job is actually killing this country.
Silvana asserts that it's better to hang out with people who are better than you to learn from them, and that we should strive to pick out associates whose behavior is better than ours in order to drift in a better direction.
So those people fail in life take half of their life saying what they want to do, and the remaining half of their life saying why they didn't do. So to me, any person who wants to be an entrepreneur outside there, because there is being a business person and there is being an entrepreneur. If you just want to be a business person, then open a shop because you've seen somebody has opened a shop. Realize your passion. If your dream is, for example, to have a bank, then start from lending that 1,000 you have to a close person. Stop expecting to get 500 million to start that way. Start small. It's all about your attitude. Put your attitude, try to push it positively. Then surround yourself with good people. Sometimes you almost actually failed because of the kind of friends that we chose. Guys who only look at the negative side of the story.
What do you need to start a business? 3 simple things. Know your product better than anyone else. Know your customer and have a burning desire to succeed. Dave Thomas, founder, Wendy's.
Okay. Right. Talk about passion. I love the energy in this man. Now we're taking a short commercial break, and when we return, we shall have more stories for you. In the meantime, send us your comments and your views to the social media pages that are on your screen right now. Facebook is KTN The Entrepreneur. Twitter handle is @KTN Entrepreneur. Our email address is entrepreneur@standardmedia.co.ke. Please stay tuned because we have more for you. Welcome back to the show. This is The Entrepreneur, and we are on our second guest tonight. This young man quit his sales and marketing job at a multinational company. You all very well know that Kenya is migrating into the digital era. And now he started his company of selling digital set boxes. I'm talking about Eric Gitonga. He is our guest tonight. How are you, Eric?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
You're very fine?
Yes, I'm
okay.
good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you once again.
Okay.
Kenya's migration from analog to digital television broadcasting deadline was pushed to September 30th, 2014. The migration to digital television broadcasting is a government initiative resulting from the decision made at the Regional Radio Conference of 2006 in Geneva that requires countries to migrate from analog to digital terrestrial TV broadcasting technologies by 17th June 2015. This has presented seasonal business opportunities to entrepreneurs with the realization that there are more than 4 million TV sets in Kenya which need digital boxes to be able to migrate from analog to the digital platform. Eric Gitonga is one such entrepreneur who did not only realize this amazing opportunity worth exploiting, but thought of a unique way of exploiting it.
I've worked for close to about 8 years. Specifically, I was in sales and marketing, just as you mentioned. So all this while, you find that it has been quite exciting for me. I would say it was exciting being employed. It had the upsides, it had the downsides. The upside of being employed is that you find that I was exposed to huge corporations. At huge corporations, I was able to understand business at a very high level, at the highest levels. But the downside of being employed, I felt that it placed a limit about my potential. I felt according to the goals that I want to get to, I felt that I'm being restricted in terms of achieving my set personal goals. So while working for my last company for about 3 years or so, I felt the need to venture out, do things on my own.
After previously working for a multinational organization for about 9 years, he realized an opportunity that could turn his life around.
So, as I was doing my research on how I can be able to get more spiritual nourishment, especially through media, I came across the free-to-air Christian channels. I found it quite interesting that one did not have to pay for satellite. Because at that time, the notion that I had is that for satellite TV, one has to pay monthly subscription. So when I came back to Kenya and worked for a different company, that idea was still actually at the back of my mind.
He did his ground research and eventually managed to lease with a supplier of digital boxes, which he was set to modify to offer free-to-air channels.
I came to realize that instead of having different set-top boxes, one for satellite, one for terrestrial, you have a clutter of boxes there, I started thinking, what if we could be able to have one box whereby we have one remote, whereby you don't have to have a lot of clutter, and I'm able to receive my local digital channels, I'm able to receive my satellite channels.
He later managed to get a partner that enabled him customize the digital kit to offer both terrestrial channels and satellite channels.
I made contacts around the world, in Asia, in Europe, in Australia, trying to find if there are any manufacturers who are able to manufacture such kind of a box. Luckily, I was able to find one who was based in Asia and is one of the largest manufacturers in the world. He was able to create this hybrid box whereby they are integrated. When you look currently in the market, we are the first company who are offering a hybrid decoder, which is capable of both satellite and terrestrial reception at the same time.
With this, he was able to target his market niche that largely comprises of clients of the Christian faith.
So our company was able, we are able to be given a license by the Communication Commission of Kenya to be able to sell consumer telecommunication equipment. We are having over 70 Christian channels as well as all the local digital channels. And this comes with no monthly subscription. So you find that the value you are giving you is you are telling you that you are going to get over 100 channels, no monthly subscription. It's only the initial setup fee, you buy the decoder and the installation, and that from there it's totally free.
He has 3 permanent employees and gets a bigger workforce in relation to how busy they are.
We are approaching congregations, Christian congregations. We approach churches, whereby we are able to pass this information. Our team goes on the ground with flyers, and in certain cases we are given an audience. So we are able to pass this communication direct to churches. Secondly, we are doing online, whereby we find we are doing some online marketing. We have a website, we have a Facebook page.
He sells about 20 kits in a good day.
The set-top box alone, we sell at 10,000 shillings. So for
It's a one-off figure.
It's a one-off, but that is the set-top box only. But you find that you need an aerial. If you have an existing aerial, you can continue using the same aerial you're using. For the international channels, Christian channels, you need to buy a satellite dish. A satellite dish goes for 2,500 shillings. And you also need a professional installer to come and install the dish for you. So the entire package comes to approximately 14,500 shillings.
He asserts that this business has huge potential from the Communication Commission of Kenya statistics, which indicate that there are about 4 million television sets that need to migrate to the digital platform. This translates to a cake of 58 billion shillings if one kit costs 14,500 shillings. If he only got a 2% share of this cake, he would have made 1.2 billion shillings.
The kind of advice I'd give you, if you want to step out of employment, you want to start business, is first of all, you need to be informed. Whatever thing you want to do, you need to get understanding. You need to do research, deep research about that product that you have, be it a good, be it a service. You need to be informed. Secondly, you need to know where you are going to, because the ride sometimes can get tough. And when the ride gets tough and you don't know exactly where you want to go, you might find yourself easily giving up.
His immediate future plans are to extend his network beyond the borders and supply the kits in the entire East African region. Gitonga believes that success is a thought process, and your thoughts are the wings that will catch the powerful updrafts of opportunity and lift you to success.
The venture that you want to get into, you need to know what is happening there. You need to know the costs. You need to know what are the costs in that industry. You need to know the profit margins. You need to know the growth in that sector. How fast does it grow? So you need to, for whatever you plan to do, you need to research and get to know that information. You need to have passion. Whatever you want to do, I would advise do something that you're passionate about. It's going to help a long, long way.
Immediately you are passionate about something and you feel there's need to do this thing, just go out there and do it. Start it by all means. Never listen to the message of hopelessness that is constantly thrown our way, like you can never get that capital, or it's very scary, or you will not make it. That is not true. Success begins with a will, and if you will to succeed in whatever you do, you will.
You can use the social media pages that are on your screen right now. Facebook is KTN The Entrepreneur, Twitter handle is @KTN Entrepreneur, and our email address is entrepreneur@standardmedia.co.ke. There is also an SMS number that is on your screen. Use it also. From our team, it is goodbye and good night. So see you next week, same time, same channel.